My unit did not go to Futterman. There were exactly 2 people from my unit. The lieutenant, whose name I cannot remember, because I don't even think he told me his name, and myself, in the back of the Jeep, on the SCR 284 radio, which was a code set, just in case he had to communicate with somebody, because we were all alone. When we got to I had a camera with me, and when we got to the front of this place, which had a rail line, a railroad that seemed to go right into the front door, and as we came up to it, I read the inscription over the gate, which said "Arbeit macht frei." In German, translated, "Work will make you free." And that rang a bell with me because somebody had mentioned before that concentration camps were using this motto. So I took a picture of the gate, which I still have it. I showed it to Lila, and another picture of some stuff that was in front of the gate. Now, the stench and the smell before you even got near the place defies description. It might have been 60 years ago, but if I take a deep breath, I think I can still feel the disgust and horror of that stink. Walking through that gate and seeing these piles of dead bodies, it's very difficult for me to even think about it now. And then, hardly taking 10 steps in, this walking skeleton comes running at me and grabs me around my waist and starts to cry. I defy any human being walking the face of the earth to experience something like that and not break down. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a defining incident. I spent that day there. I slept in the back of the truck that night, and the following day, I don't know what the hell the lieutenant was doing there, but he just left me alone, and it's hard to describe what went on, and I think these other gentlemen gave you some clue. But that's been with me since then. I have never spoken about it. I don't know, it's just something that was inside me that I didn't ever want to let it escape to my family, who I love dearly, or my wife. And this is the first time in all these years, except for this afternoon, when we spoke to Lila's class, who asked 2 questions that took 1 hour for us to answer. Because we all, and Mr. Crybaby down there, we just couldn't stop. But let me tell you something. I thank you all for coming. It feels very good to see that there are still people around who feel that there's something interesting or something important to listen to, and maybe pass on to your kids, or their kids to pass on to their kids. This is something that can't be forgotten. It must not be forgotten. And it hurts me right wherever I breathe to read or see something about Rwanda and the rest of the world sitting around twiddling their thumbs while 1 million people, 1 million people down there were murdered by one tribe against another tribe. That is absolutely horrendous. And then when it's over, everybody says, oh, isn't that too bad? 1 million people died. This has got to stop. It must stop. That's all I have to say.